Okay, so I'm just going to quickly explain about my education. So, looking back, when I was a child, I went to a deaf school. So, from about the ages of 5 to 10, I had a fantastic education. Everyone was signing, had a lot of support. And then when I got to 11, I went to secondary school. So, there the support was really not the same. I went to a mainstream school, so everyone was talking. So, really, I was just sat there twiddling my thumbs. But as part of that, we had a deaf unit, so we had like additional support there, English, maths, but really it's very basic. So really I became very naughty because everything just seemed so easy and I really couldn't be bothered anymore. So I left school and went to Doncaster College. So for me, I was really happy to leave because I was looking at myself and I was thinking, who am I? Like, where's my deaf identity? And I just couldn't wait to get in with a deaf crowd. So some of the staff were deaf, some of them were hearing but could sign really well. And it just felt amazing, like a completely different experience from school. So at secondary school I was stuck in this hearing world, and then suddenly I get to college and I can relax, I can use my own language. And really at school I was just naughty, I just couldn't handle it at all. So there I was at college having a great time. And I realised that really this communication, that is number one, that is key for me. So I stayed at college for 3 years and moved back into my parents' house. So I was looking for work and started volunteering with deaf-blind people. So there was one deaf-blind man in a wheelchair and he had a wife. And whenever I went round, she'd make me tea, coffee, and I'd help and just sort of keep him company. I'd sign to him. He had Usher syndrome, so really everything was important that I kept it in his vision. He's a really nice man. Sadly, he's died since. But so I was staying with a nurse. I was helping her, and I was with them for 1 year. But we worked with people who'd had horrible backgrounds, people who'd been raped, been kicked out, gone to prison, been brought back. And it was all about staying with them and sort of emotionally connecting with them. So 1 year later I got another job in Walsall. It was a deaf residential with people with learning difficulties. So I had to cook for them, I did their shopping, washing up, wash their clothes, really just looked after them. And really I thought, actually I'd quite like to become a social worker after doing that sort of job. So I left that job and went straight back to college and got involved in an access to higher education programme. So it's really, I didn't need any qualifications for it. It wasn't like I needed GCSEs or A-levels, I just needed basic skills really. Didn't need English or maths, I needed to be able to clean and cook and sew. So at college I achieved this new qualification. And then I went to university. So it was psychology, communication, English, and there was one more, art maths. So GCSE, I needed to have them in order to go to university. So I did a 2-year course, got all of them. And then I came to Wolverhampton University. So this was 1995, so I was doing deaf studies and interpreting course in first year. So I had no idea really about deaf information, deaf statistics, but I was really interested. So when I was teaching first year interpreters, I didn't really get on very well with it. I felt like they weren't able to communicate with me properly. So then I moved on to deaf studies with special needs and second year students. So I felt really proud when I'd obtained my own degree. And after university I thought, you know what, I might just travel the world. So I really enjoyed myself preparing, thinking about where I was going to go. There were 4 of us all together, 3 of my friends. And really that's the best experience of my life. So after we finished travelling the world, we came back. And I was thinking, what should I do now? So I decided to take up some volunteer work at Walsall College, doing the English course. it was a mainstream college at the time, so. And then after that I found a job. So it was to do with education, so I needed to do a PGCE. So I went back to university and did that. And then before you know it, I was a qualified lecturer. And that's what I've been doing ever since. So in 2012 I got my NVQ level 6, and I lecture with deaf students and give them extra support in mainstream college. So if they don't understand English, for example, I can sign it to them and translate it for them. And really, I thoroughly enjoy that. So I'm thinking in the future, I'm thinking about possibly doing a QTLS. Which means that in the future I could be actually working in a school and teaching my own class. So it's a QTLS that I'd need for that. Which means that I could either work in a school or a college, so we'll wait and see what happens in the future.